We've been waiting for. This is your main event in Kowalski, 450 pounds of raw meanness. He's taken on a up-and-coming young man in Kenny Kingston, who is a crowd favorite. When he gets out there and starts doing that dog chant and dog hooping, the crowd really gets behind him, and he's a big man also. This is going to be one. I hope they've got the ring pretty well secured now, because these are two monsters in there. And this is Kowalski. There you see him with that SICW Classic title. And yes, Lucky P. Larson Esquire, the manager of the DogTown Underground. He is very proud of what he's accomplished here in SICW. If you don't believe it, just ask him. He'll tell you he has no problem with bragging about himself. He's probably his biggest fan that he's got is himself. But this here one is, now you see both of these big monsters just kind of walking around checking each other out. They lock up. Kowalski clamps on that side headlock. And Kingston now trying to power his way out of that. But there you see Kowalski punches to the midsection. Fans, don't forget, next Saturday night, you're going to see the main event, the Big Texan. Yeah, the Big Texan taking on Big Nasty Glenn Williams with Sean Vincent in his corner. And boy, I can't wait to see the outcome of that. Big Texan is fired up and he is ready. It's next Saturday night at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds in Belleville, Illinois. If you haven't reserved your seats, go to SICW.org and click on the icon that says March 1st, and you can reserve your seats. That's the way to do it. As you see Kowalski right now continue to work on Kenny Kingston right here in your main event tonight. And you'll see a lot more great action next Saturday night. And then mark your calendar for Saturday, March the 29th, when we are returning to the I-9 Shriners Temple in East St. Louis. Already signed for that night. The ladies in action, where you'll see Lilith Khan take on Kelsey Magnolia. For those of you who were there last year for the fundraiser, you know they were a tag team. They tagged up. But Lilith Khan, I should say, went crazy. I mean, went berserk. She took care of the other two young ladies and then turned on Kelsey, and now Kelsey says, I want her one-on-one. So what better way to put him back at the Shriners Temple in East St. Louis, a beautiful building. 5 o'clock, you want to be there. We'll have a great night. It's a fundraiser for our Shriners friends. We're always happy to be able to help them, and you'll see a lot more matches that night take place. But right now, you're watching Kowalski and Kenny Kingston battle here in the main event. Oh, nobody's at home. Kowalski charges in. Now Kingston delivering those big right forearms. Now just splashes in on him in the corner. I mean, when you've got men the size of mountains are in there, I'll tell you, you just never know what's going to happen. And that's what makes SICW the best there is. When we say the best in professional wrestling, that's because you never know what you're going to witness, whether it's here on TV every Sunday night or if you're at one of our shows. Speaking of the shows we mentioned earlier, we're going to be going back to Belleville to the Little Devils later on this year. We're going to be going to the Missouri Athletic Club. We're going back to Fairmont City. We're going back to the Worldwide Technology Raceway when NASCAR returns. SICW is making the rounds for 2025. And don't forget the big date, May 16th and 17th, when we talk about SICW Fan Fest number 3. That's right. Already a great lineup taking place there. The likes of Dr. D. David Schultz, Kevin Von Erich. That's right. Kevin Von Erich will be at Fan Fest 3, along with the Rock and Roll Express, Dan the B. Severin, Abdullah the Butcher. I mean, and the list just gets bigger and bigger. Go to SICW.org for all the information. You can purchase your tickets. That event's going to take place at the Hilton at the St. Louis Airport this year. And for those of you who haven't got your tickets yet, you need to do so now because they're going pretty quick. That Friday night, Bill Apter will be there. He'll be hosting a question and answer session with the likes of Greg the Hammer Valentine, who will be inducted into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. And Dr. D. David Schultz, as I said, will be there that Friday evening. Several of the legends will be there for a question and answer session hosted by Mr. Bill Apter. That's that Friday evening. Then Saturday, the 17th, 10 o'clock, the Fan Fest will open. You'll get there. We got vendors lined up. Mac Davis will be there along with Teddy Long, who we just announced this week will be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. We're really excited to have Teddy Long and Mac Davis. Now wait, look here. Kenny Kingston, this man, about 400 pounds, I would say himself, climbing up to the top rope. Oh my goodness. Look at this. He's up, comes off, and nobody is at home. Kowalski rolls out of the way. What a high-risk maneuver, and now Kowalski rolls him over to the other corner. It looks like he's going to set him up for that huge power bomb that he does. He's coming off of him. Oh, 450 plus pounds, 1, 2, and he got him, or did he? I think he got him. That's usually the finishing move. Man, oh man, Kenny Kingston went up for that high-risk maneuver. Kowalski got out of the way and then delivered his own powerbomb, and now just continues to kick on Kenny Kingston. The referee trying to get him out of there, but Kowalski, we all know how the champion is. But whoa, here comes Steve Michaels. What's he doing here? Steve Michaels comes out, and now it's Kowalski and Michaels double teaming Kenny Kingston. 3 of the biggest men ever inside that SICW ring, and these 2 men are just manhandling Kenny Kingston. He is outnumbered here. Big forearm delivered. Now boots by Steve Michaels. Oh, here comes the Texan, and here comes Bobby D. Whoa, Bobby D and the Texan comes out, trying to equal up the sides here. Big nasty Glenn Williams was at ringside, and there he just